Greetings. Enjoy tonight's broadcast brought to you by Fifth Dimension. Okay, this is a maybe not your normal connection here, but today, let's see, it's a little different. I'm just gonna follow this one subject matter. Ever think about like when Earth goes into fourth dimension, eventually, or fifth dimension, or wherever the hell it's gonna go into? It's done with all its bullshit. Let's put it that way. So it's done with all the bullshit. Done crying. Washington, everybody's hugging each other. Streets are clean. Kids can walk around the streets and not get abducted or anything. When that occurs, we got a while for that one, but you never know. Because everyone has their own interpretation. Once that occurs, I believe the universe is not going to be the same ever again. It might be this like little planet that doesn't mean anything, but we actually do mean a lot because we have everybody else's bullshit here, basically. Yeah, because the other worlds don't want to deal with their own shit, so we have it. This is why we can't come out of it, because we're dealing with other worlds and all their crap. I mean, it doesn't mean it's all of them, but it's quite a few of them. This is why we can't seem to get out of our cycles. So our philosophy has to change. When that's going to occur, who the hell knows? So in humanity, I mean, people are talking about the 4D and 5D and yada yada yada, and you see no change. But I mean, there is change there. It's a little, but it's change. It's you want to shift to a different timeline, and that's good. And obviously, people want to connect to the perfect timeline, and that's fine too. A lot more perfect. That's good. For what the download I got today was, you go to that timeline. I don't know how much more this universe is really needed anymore. It all depends on how you look at it. Now, maybe it'll continue on. It will, but won't be the same. Because this little hell planet has so much hostility on it. Once it clears it out, the universe thing is going to get boring. It's already boring on this world. But from what I gather, now obviously there's different interpretations of this. But basically, many of us will go somewhere else. Leave this universe altogether. You can say all the planets, all that, we're all engineered all together. And when this, the hell planet finally ends all its bullshit, because you need conflict to exist, basically. You gotta have different levels, but you need something. And when the major player goes away, it kind of kills the reason for all these other places too, because they're like a little bit happier and or super happy, and their existence doesn't need it anymore. Depends on how you look at it. And it would just shift the universe. The universe is going to have, that's why it doesn't happen fast. The entire universe is going to shift, and it might not be a place where a lot of people want to be anymore. They'll go somewhere else, go to another universe where everything's all fucked up. There's plenty of them out there, most likely. Obviously, this is not going to happen quickly. This is kind of an unusual channeling, right? So, I believe it's necessary. Quite a unique perspective, let's put it that way. But when you obviously you're going to get different perspectives, but anyway. There's a new to all, anybody, well, whoever is out there, we have private sessions out here somewhere, wherever that is. We have a scheduler, we have Warhead channel, we have Google Hands channeling by phone, it's all recorded if you wish for it to be recorded. We have 10 days for delivery or shorter, same situation here. Every channels and viewers I do recommend, social network and absolute awesomeness. So yeah, it's kind of a different outlook. I mean, this isn't nothing new. I mean, some people are connected to it. I mean, you can channel, you can feel like, okay, we're living on a Palladian world and everything's pretty much decent. You got nothing much else going on. There's no conflict there. So they're probably assisting our world to a certain degree. It all depends. And when you don't need conflict, what the hell are you doing around anymore? If you're not part of any type of drama or anything of growth, your reason for existence probably thins out over time. And so when this Earth shifts, I'm not sure if this universe is going to be all that much fun anymore. I mean, it's a hard universe, but we see it by being on this planet. But when this one changes gears, the universe is going to become an easier place to be a part of. It might not be that much fun. It's kind of like the Wild West when you look at it. So, I mean, look at Washington. A lot of them are just creating problems. They got nothing better to do. So they're constantly creating drama. It's like, kids in a candy factory. Same thing with school systems. I mean, we look at the school system and how the programming works there. I mean, it's not exactly a learning environment. It's more like a programming environment. If it was a learning environment, I think the kids would be a lot happier instead of just sitting at a desk looking at a book. Wow, that's learning. That's not learning. That's just mind manipulation at all kinds of levels. So MK Ultra, or whatever the hell it is, it's got it all. It's all government connected, no doubt about it. Or, obviously, but there's more to it than that. So, yeah, it's just like the philosophy of society has to shift majorly. And of course, when you bring something new, everybody's going to call it negative. You're evil. You're this. You're that. Blah blah blah. But eventually, people get used to a change of basically, just ending all their bullshit. Because right now, they just create it. The news does it. Politicians do it. So you kind of have to just wait until all the kids are done screwing around with each other. Twitter is a cesspool. Depending on, I don't look at Twitter, but apparently it is. So Facebook's not much better in some regard. So yeah, I mean, of course, connected to the aliens and the all that. It's just basically bringing their philosophies in to heal our bullshit reality. So we're done with our bullshit. Our existence here isn't that significant anymore. I mean, if you come here just to yell at somebody and then leave, we can use a lot fewer of those, that's for sure. Like I say, when the conflicts start, all the dominoes of conflict end, what do you have the purpose of this place for? I mean, yeah, you come here as a library, but you don't have all the conflict anymore. So you can go into your local library and just say, here's a book. This planet's going to be a library. It's just going to be sitting there doing nothing. Right now you come here, we're going to eat you alive. So, yeah, obviously. Yeah, I mean, seriously. I mean, if you're an alien or not. So, just, go to Mexico, hang out with those cartels, see how it goes over there. Yeah, see how safe this world is. Hell, join the cartel if you want. Yeah, see how that works out for you. So, clearing all this bullshit out is another story. But basically, philosophy of just, can we all just get along? And obviously, many don't want to hear that. And so, we continue the cycle. So, obviously, those that are connected to alien energies and just want a more peaceful reality, yeah, you're on deaf ears for the most part. And there are those that get very absorbed to the aliens. Now, some are just really justified by doing that because they just left there. So, yeah, they can connect to them pretty easily. But others kind of make it so that there's some new television. Connected to aliens, connected to Palladians, connected to this, yada, 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 channeling this, channeling that, and nothing really occurs. And that's like alien entertainment. So, either way, it's still a different philosophy than what we're currently living in. So, our bullshit realities, let's see, 10 years, well, yeah, it feels like, 9 to 10 years that we're starting to see the impact of change. But nothing dramatic. This world. You have to take the philosophies of just to end all the bullshit and put it out in society, and eventually it'll start to see. It just takes bullshit and throws more bullshit on it, basically. Like Alex Jones does it all the time, and other conspiracies do that too. They take a problem, like they hear something on the news, they talk about it, so they magnify it. So anytime you take a news article and you talk about it, you're actually magnifying all the crap. So you're making it kind of worse. All depends. There is sometimes some good intentions there, but there's others that is a fear intention. Yeah, there's good intentions out there, but most of it isn't. It's conspiracy stuff. I'll say these words and get all these people traffic, and hopefully don't get kicked off of YouTube. So either way, and so yeah, it's kind of funny. Some of those that are working on their third eye all the time, like 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and trying to, meditate 20 hours a day. The way I see that is those are the gurus. They probably, I don't know if they're reincarnate here again, but they're kind of, they are bringing their philosophy of, it'd just be a bunch of people meditating here, basically. Nothing wrong with that. But we're here to basically shift the gear from third to fourth to fifth. It's not. Yeah, it's going to happen gradually. It's just there's no way. Unless humanity gives up all their bullshit, they're not going to do that. That'd be nice if they did that, but it's motivation won't do it either. They have to want to do it. So, and also I saw obviously you need generations to die out. That's a lot of generations. That's a long time. So, and that's going to happen too. But philosophy is basically, you don't have to make it public, just so you're connecting to your alien philosophy, whatever it might be, your angel philosophy, basically just, what they call it, love and light, love and peace, whatever you want to call it. It does put the intention out there to clear out this nonsense that's out here. So the more people are doing it, the more it magnifies. So it does work. So, but yeah, obviously Washington is manipulated all different areas to continue all of that. The school system too, to a certain degree, basically wants people to be insecure and learn nothing and be a programmed robot. Just as long as you're making money for the system, they don't care what you are. As long as you're messed up, making money for the system, not thinking clearly on something, some kind of drug or some kind of alcohol, whatever it might be, as long as you're funneling the system, it's all they care about. So eventually humanity will shut down, go against that. Eventually probably liquor stores will probably be shut down eventually. When humanity figures out they don't need it anymore. It's going to be a while for that. But you never know. I'll be happy to have it tomorrow. It's just they call it extremism. It might be to a certain extent, but you see the newspaper industry dying. Well, eventually you're going to see the alcohol industry dying. And along with, even the school system, I would like to see that die. That really needs. There's no real replacement for that. Well, sort of. I think they have those new charter schools. I don't know if that's any better or not, but probably not. But yeah, it's the newspaper system. At least you can see. Of course, there's still some of that out there, but it's still dying. So yeah, it's just you're putting the energy out. Basically, we're not going to take all this bullshit, this reality anymore. And of course, anything with a newspaper, they're always magnifying all that crap to put in the systems and get you to think about it and manifest it more, faster. You're not even realizing it. So, let's see here. So, yeah, realize this is a perspective about the universe, how it shifts. It's when we get out of this funk, we've been in it for a while, obviously, but with the internet's another way of putting words out there to shut down the third dimension, shut down the idea system. That's major league. The idea system, there's certain ideas like a temple, kind of keeping the temple of ideas, and you're keeping this third dimensional idea system. You're always giving it power. Obviously, meditations and connecting to whatever aliens, whatever it might be. It is shifting those old idea systems. Because you're concentrating on spirit, you're bringing it closer to yourself and others because they feel it around you. And that's the major shift. It's shifting, and that tells you that this place is over. And I believe the universe is going to totally shift out of all of its darkness. So, yeah, it's a story with everyone, and it's not really meant to be removed, the movie of this reality, not yet, but we are slowly breaking it loose. So where I got all this is just a download. I'm not going to go into detail of it. I have no energy. I've been up since, 5 o'clock in the morning. So, not really functioning 100%, but that's okay. So, let's see what else we have here. Alright, we'll bring in somebody if I have any energy for it. Alright, 1 moment. Bring the felines. They didn't show up yesterday or that other day. So, from Alpha Centauri, they're not your average felines. Okay, alright, much love, blessings. Here we go. Hopefully this works out. Greetings, we are the felines from Alpha Centauri. We're not your typical feline. We are people like you, but we do have feline features that we do make ourselves known that we are cat people, but you kind of hide it in your world. Yes, the eyes, the hair is very much a cat origins for certain individuals, not everyone. Yes. So there's different ways of looking at how your world's going to go into fourth dimension. Those are holding on to third dimension, idea systems, and even knifing themselves with ideas. It's like they're constantly hitting themselves with idea systems because they don't want to let it go. So your Washington is getting into a fight to continue the idea systems of the old world. The old world always fought, why not right now? Now, they don't have to do it, but they're not. Adolescence in an adult is very high. But also, they're enjoying themselves. They might look miserable on the outside, but inside they're having a blast. It gives them self-worth. And for them, it's the right path because it is on a third-dimensional idea system. So they are planting seeds in it. So the garden of third dimension is quite immense on this planet. There are other third dimensional worlds where it's much easier, but it doesn't have this dense lower astral trying to connect with souls. The lower astral, a lot of it came from other universes. It has been invented by other beings. Higher dimensional beings create lower astral just to see what it'll do, like a lab rat situation. So your planet, obviously, you are embedded with it because the negativity on your world. We say the next 5-10 years are going to let go of a lot of this negativity and have more enlightenment within. That's sort of happening, but not to the extreme as it could. Humanity, yes, it still has infancy, even if it drives around in a nice car. Reason being, taking responsibility for the change isn't so easy. So, taking responsibility for yourselves. Well, the way that works is that you're all telepathically connected to a consciousness. Even now you're doing it. So it goes to an individual instead that's here to make it happen. So some are incarnated to make timelines occur. Let the movies be made. Let whatever it might be to be created so you to exist in this reality. It is a place. This world is, yes, the opposite of others. Because this world mind controls other planets, just to let you know. This is why you have the planets. So Pluto is the rebeller. It's like, I want to be involved with this, but not really. So Pluto's always shifting. Depending on how you look at it. But your realities, you are breaking down third dimensional idea systems, but many are holding on to. But many of you will prevail. That's all we can say. Leave it with that, blessings. Alright. Okay, this one's going to be short. I have no energy. So, hopefully that was educational. Tomorrow we'll have, I don't know what we're going to have anymore. We're just not, just, something's going to happen tomorrow. How about that? You guys going to go a little bit longer. Is there anything else? I can go into this aspect. I want to go a little bit longer. I did connect to an outer regions incarnation where I was similar to what you call the Emperor, like in Star Wars, but not exactly like that with a walk around a robe, but I was of a figure that was controlling a galaxy. And we're using machines to create different machines, portals, whatever it might be. It's kind of like an auto. It's a hobby. It's like a not a hobby shop, but it's an invention. It's creating. We weren't the nicest beings, but some of us came from another. We just basically helped this universe be developed. And sometimes you have to be kind of a pain in the ass to make it occur. We're like on the, I don't know where it is, but it's like on the border of another universe or something like that. However you want to word that. It's so give you kind of a different. So reason why this was kind of like a heavy no friends, don't be friendly here. Reality is, one moment. Well, because of the projects, being stealing stuff, whatever it might be. It just had there's different agendas why they did that. And also to break out of the programming eventually. Many will break out of it. That are, I believe, enslaved into it right now. I think it's one of my other aspects are connected to it. But and also when you have an incarnation, like with a family, usually not always, but many do reincarnate with the same family over and over again. Maybe a different role as a cousin instead of a brother. A dad is now the wife, whatever it might be. That's going to be slowly uncovered, but not just yet. Our connection to the universe, basically. I mean, another way of looking at it is like all the planets in this solar system are combined into this world. And just another way of looking at it. For alien beings, right now. But he wasn't paying attention. I don't know if anybody gets what I just said there. Yeah, I'm tapping into something else apparently. Yeah, I just did. Something else just came in. One moment. Okay, there's another feline energy here. This universe is going to get an upgrade all the way around. When this Earth shifts, other worlds are going to upgrade. So it's not going to be the same universe as you see it right now. Not to say we're really connected to it anyway. So we're never really going to see the old universe. You will in spirit and other dimensional beings. But this Earth's going to upgrade so much where it's just going to be almost unrecognizable. Even other worlds will be unrecognizable. And that's where the souls or alien beings become more, over time, less physical, and that's where you have, so that's where we're going towards, less physical, more spiritual, as people already know, but, you can talk about experience is a whole different thing, like you're on crack all the time, basically, something like that, but obviously, so some are going to be tapping into it more than others, and just do like, either small channeling or small connection, whatever it might be, but that vibrate, meaning that there's going to be some people that are truly alien energy. They're already here now. It's going to be extreme over the next couple of years. Not to say they're going to disappear or anything. Well, some of them might. I don't think they will, but they're going to be really uncomfortable being here. That's for sure. I mean, if you're connecting to 5D all the time, and you look at this place, it's like, so things are being set up for a transition, of course. Got a long ways to go. But realizing that, how we're being programmed to lie down, I mean, this is nothing new. But even these conspiracy sites, some of them, not all of them, or all of them, they keep talking about these news stories, and they just keep magnifying it. And then people pick it up, and they pick it up with their families, and it keeps going and going. So if you clear all that crap out, that's when you have a transition. So, all right, we'll leave it with that. It's been a long day. So, all right, take care. Much love. We'll be back tomorrow.